Hello, everyone. My name is Mila, and I work for the Florida School of Holistic Living. And today we are here to speak with my friend Chen, who will be teaching an upcoming class in December called Tools for the Modern Healer. So, hello, everyone who's joining us. I'm waving back at you. And Chen, when you come on, please request to join. So, Chen used to live here in Orlando, and I believe she's now in the Kentucky area. And she is an acupuncturist, herbalist. She has a background in sciences, which I'll let her tell you about when she hops on. And one thing I love about her is I run into her at like Earth Skills gatherings and the herbal conference, and she has this beautiful and unique different interests that kind of weave together, whether it be basket weaving or, oh, hello, Chen, please request to join onto the call. Yay. So Chen is joining us now.
Oops.
Hi.
Hi there.
Yay.
Hello.
So are
Um,
you in Kentucky now?
I am. I am.
Ah,
Okay. I need to prop up my phone to be vertical. I set
right.
up to be hurt. So hopefully it doesn't fall. It's on
There you go.
it's propped up.
So, hi to everyone again who's joining us. We will be talking about your upcoming class, and I wanted to get some background about your story of the
Yeah.
green path, herbalism, your techie stuff, all your science interests. Um,
Mm.
I think you are a pretty cool gal, and so I want to hear more of your story, even though I have talked with you and read your bio and know some things about you, but I'd love to share with our audience here who you
Mm.
are and what your path has been, because I think it's rather unique.
Mm. Mm. Thank you. Thank you, Mila. Thanks for the compliments. But shall we tell people about what this class offers? Because, you know,
Well, we have a
it,
little time, so
okay.
both, if you don't mind.
All right,
Yeah.
sure. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Chen. I am acupuncturist and before this getting into this healing career, I was a computer engineer. So I started to study massage and um, nature knowledge. I
Hmm.
got reconnected with nature in 2014. And I got into foraging and you really kind of had my awakening, what you can
Mm.
call in a short term. So that was about 6, 7 years ago. Before then, I got my master's in computer science and electrical engineering,
Mm.
and I was doing a programming job. Um, and then so uh, around that time, the leading up to that awakening was I got a RV. I saw the documentary We Tiny House People,
Hmm.
and a light bulb went off. That was in 2012. So the world didn't end then, but I had my awakening. So I traveled, did computer job in RV for 2 years.
Hmm.
And around that time, Mila and our Florida community, the original friends met me then.
Mm.
I went to Florida Earth Skills Gathering around 2013, 14, and that was it. I never looked back. So that was a bit of the graying path. And then from there to what I'm offering now is a path of realizing the our traditional healing modalities
Mm-hmm.
are wonderful, because it's about the whole person. And
Yes.
end of the day, it is about the whole person. But I realize we do have to update our knowledge to integrate what's good in Western medicine.
Mm.
So we can incorporate tools like lab testing, and knowing a little more of the modern toxins like mercury, and these are all very accessible now in this day and age, and anyone who can who want to get to the root cause of a health problem, we can utilize these power tools to know what's going on accurately, and then we treat it naturally with herbs, with supplements, lifestyle modification. So Mila asked me questions
I
about the
will.
background. So I realized I kind of did not start my background from beginning. Like I was born in China. I came
Oh,
to the States. Like how far ago should we go?
you
How
don't have
many lifetimes ago, right?
you don't have to go that far, but I am interested when did you come to the States?
2000, year 2000.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot of things. So you studied massage, you're practicing
Mm-hmm.
acupuncture currently, and
Mm-hmm.
your current business is called Integrative
Yes, it's called the Cheng Integrative Acupuncture.
Chen Integrative Acupuncture. And
Yes.
you have a beautiful website, by the way, which I love to get your information from you on. Um, what brought you to acupuncture? I'm curious as well.
Mm. You know, uh, to be honest, I was I was not a believer in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. And I'm not sure I am still not 100%. So, um, I got into acupuncture because I quit my tech job, uh, the programming job around 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for what to do next. I went to massage school for one semester, and I felt uh, it was not satisfying intellectually for
Okay.
me. That I felt I needed something more medical. Um, so, and then I found this school in Florida that um, offers a flexible program that you can do the first 2 years semi-remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So I signed up for that. But then I found out it's actually pretty good. uh, so I I found out that I enjoy the biochemistry modules of the
Mm-hmm.
training. And a funny incident is that when I took national exam, there are a couple of board exams to get acupuncture license. So I passed the biomedical module easily, but I failed acupuncture. I had to take twice.
Oh my goodness.
So, so anyway, so I feel that this modality is very interesting and unique among all the energy medicine and among a lot of traditional medicine available to us. It does have some very interesting things that it offer. The one is the post-diagnosis, like a kind of a more diagnostic system. And then the two is the meridian system. I have a sense from reading ancient text and reading even prehistorical like last civilization. I mean, I don't know how esoteric we are allowed to go on these school videos, but it's kind of legit how the Chinese got the information of how the hell did they figure out there are these electricity flowing channels on the skin or around the skin, and very specific, very, very specific. And now modern science knows that the body is an electrical system. All your mitochondria, your cell all has like a bioelectricity. Everything is at biochemistry, a chemical and physical level. It's biological. Your body is a biological battery. Okay, it's kind of the cells and the organs. They're all the electrical system. So this is why the metal, the needle, put into these kind of joint places, and you can tune up the machine. So that's one way I often explain to people how acupuncture works. And there are researchers out there. There has been some peer reviewed, and there are a lot of studies in the field. It's not overwhelmingly how do I say, it's like doesn't quite fit the double-blind study model.
Right. Okay.
Doesn't quite fit that quantification requirement to get into the temple of modern science.
Okay.
But I think it is definitely an interesting modality. And if I may say more, is that it's definitely not the only one. I am the advocate to say it's only one of the tools.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a modern healer, we need to have multiple tools in our toolbox. So, whatever gets people into parasympathetic mode, like a rest and get in touch with the body. Now, breathe and
right.
And kind of check in with the body, feel comfortable in your own body, and get into that self-soothing state. So I say any modality gets people into that mode. It probably activates the self-healing, which we know is legit. It's scientifically proven.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a placebo. It's like 1/3 of the cases. It's working. So that's my view of that's how I kind of semi consciously got into acupuncture, and then hopefully I don't offend my schoolmates and colleagues by saying, "Oh, I don't fully believe in acupuncture." No. I think it is a one of the most interesting non-Western mainstream tools out there.
Yes.
And the miracles are true. In China, the Asian, the old doctors nowadays still, they did surgery without anesthesia. And they flaunt the long needles and make some people stand up from being paralyzed for decades. So those people
Wow.
do exist. Personally, I haven't seen in United States.
Hmm.
So we healers, we all have good intention, but I think that those magical techniques are lost.
Mm.
And perhaps, Mila, you and the audience here can relate. I tend to think we rarely hear that kind of miracle because we lost touch with the spirit world.
Mm.
I think a magic come from our relation with the spirit world, and that's lost in our time. That's why yes, it works. Acupuncture works and other modality works to alleviate anxiety or other chronic conditions, but we rarely hear those kind of
Miraculous
miraculous.
healings
Yeah,
from
yeah,
something much more severe.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I have to say, like, I appreciate your honesty, and it also, is I think it's an observation of what you have, like a scientific mind. And so it's your nature to kind of question things, and that's what I would say, just an observation. Um, I appreciate your concept and practice of bringing modern tools with more traditional and joining the now with the past. I think that's very important, and it's absolutely necessary for the future of people, for the future of moving forward with intention, with
Mhm,
in harmony, and
mhm,
in even creating technology as we move forward. I think
mhm.
to harmonize with ancient knowledge and yeah. So I think that what a beautiful thing. I think a lot of people would like that and would want to might be in a sense of overwhelm when they are
Mhm.
introduced to some of these lab tests, for example,
Mhm. Mhm. Mm.
what tests do I need? These are the
Mhm.
symptoms I'm having. And when there's just so much information out there and so many different tidbits of knowledge and tools
Yeah.
and tests and modalities at that. So I would love to hear about a couple, maybe just one or two of the concepts that you'll be bringing to the class. I know you did mention something about anti-aging,
Mhm.
about mercury, and about biohacking, and maybe some of the simpler tools that we can use.
Mhm.
I follow your Instagram often, and I love some of the tips you give through there. So maybe if you just one at a time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Uh, I love it how you help me to round up this cross combining the scientific tool with the more holistic traditions. And I love that to mention the overwhelming amount of information, and
Yes.
it gets more and more complicated. Yeah, I think it is overwhelming for everyone nowadays.
It is, and we can all be, I mean, we have so many tools, and we can all
Yeah,
be keyboard warriors and
yeah.
jump into rabbit holes of research.
Hmm.
But I always appreciate a friend who's done a lot more research than me and has already jumped into a certain
Hmm.
knowing and experiencing. So With that said, I would love to hear some of your insights and hear about what's going to go on in this class of
Yeah,
yours.
yeah, yeah, Mila, it's a serious. Yeah, I want to actually expand a little on this overwhelmness. In this day and age, I feel we have a overabundance of information. We have TMI, too much information for anything almost. And when it comes to health, often I'm realizing we like the healer minded people, this more the humanistic based, this personal kind of a coaching uh, approach. These will always be needed. Telemedicine will never replace what we herbalists can do, what healers can do, what we have been doing, the village medicine woman, medicine man, the voodoo doctors, what we have been doing.
Yes.
I think there will always be a need because one reason is because of this overwhelmness of too much information. Yeah, I would like to also have someone hold hands and tell me, oh, test this and we'll test that. And then, the root cause and address this and then prioritize, do this first, then, in 4 months, do this. And so, so that's what I strive to provide. After myself have gone through that overwhelming process, I got sick with a lot of digestive issues about 5 years ago. After taking antibiotics, several rounds for UTI, and I will talk about it in the class. Never the antibiotics they commonly prescribe for UTI, Cipro. That's really it's a horrible one of the terrible things you can do to the body. And then I went through several years of going down all the rabbit holes, and is candida or is this is that or mold or Lyme. So there's I think anyone who got kind of sick, which a lot of us are affected. I think most people are affected by some chronic pain, some anxiety, some things that just won't heal. So one example I will give and I will talk about in the class is to always ask for yourself or the client you work with, do you have or have you had dental amalgam feeling? So the metal feeling, that is the active mercury poisoning. So dental amalgam, it has stopped, but it was very common up until like 10 years ago. So a lot of my age generation, I'm 45, so my age and older people. So I cannot tell you how many friends and clients and patients I see are having or had a dental amalgam feeling in the past, and then we can test. We can order a hair test to know your mercury toxicity load. But if you have active feeling, you don't even need to test. And the heavy metal is a beast. Okay, it's a step 0 in any healing. We have to address that because mercury binds with your gut epithelial cell, the gut lining. So it opens up door to all the pathogens. It's kind of opens up door to candida, to parasites,
Oh
And
gosh.
there's a study in animals, like when there's heavy metal, they have more parasite. It crosses blood-brain barrier, and it depletes magnesium.
Mm.
So nowadays, more and more people know magnesium helps you to fall in sleep, right? It relaxes the mind, relaxes the body. But mercury depletes magnesium, and magnesium is required in over 300 biochemical reaction at cellular level. So,
That's very
you
important.
yeah, no wonder now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So if you have or had a dental amalgam filling, and then you take antibiotics or have any number of other stressor, your fate of leaky guts are sealed. Like that's one of the common path I see, how people get into leaky guts, how they get leaky guts, and then the fungal overgrowth become candida, and that causes the inflammation and the chronic headaches, or um, anxiousness, or even Parkinson's. Those are all, like, the studies are showing that.
So these things can all be connected.
Yes, yes. So if you look at my the latest Instagram post, I have a picture there of, imagine at the center of the health problem is poor gut biome.
Yes.
Okay, I think people are catching up. I think a lot of people are realizing guts is like the
The
root for the tree.
center. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But next is, now people are realizing, oh, gut biome is so important because uh, research have created created Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, even induced a personality trait change in mice. In mice study,
Mm-hmm.
they recruited the disease of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's in healthy rats by transplanting the fecal transplant from sick mice,
Oh,
and vice
wow.
versa. They cured Parkinson's and cured Alzheimer's with the healthy mice's poop,
Huh.
and even personality change. So the introverted mice become bold if you give the mice some aggressive mice's gut matter.
That's kind of mind blowing.
It's spooky. It's spooky. Yes.
Yeah. I'm completely fascinated. That's very interesting. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So it's just no bottom how much is, it's not you, it's the gut. And if you are not feeling well, it's not you, it's probably mercury. So um and we're not, you know to come back to that gut biome. This is why I posted that picture with poor gut biome in the center, and the common factors that will impact and cause cause your gut dysregulation.
Mm.
So people start to catch up of how important it's all about the guts, but then people need to it needs to become common knowledge what impacts the gut. The common things being heavy metal toxicity, being sugar. This is why, eating simple carb feeds the bad bacteria, and even concussion, like traumatic brain injury,
Mm-hmm.
TBI, that will change your gut biome. I haven't looked deeply into it, but it's the probably some neurological link to cause this concussion changes your gut biome. So I gave the specific example of mercury because the other ones are kind of easy to, relatively easy to fix. But with dental amalgam, it's a little bit, it's more complex to remove. because by the time they're sick, it's already multiple things going on. Because if you have leaky guts, you have leaky brain. The same chemicals regulating gut permeability regulates the gut, the brain blood barrier, and just yeah.
Out
Go
of my
ahead.
own selfish curiosity,
Yeah.
oh, we do have a question in the thread, so
Yes. I'm seeing that. Yeah. So I'm
um,
seeing CND toes for, right? Is that what
yeah,
you're saying? So
yeah.
yes. So we have a question asking about wanting to get out of amalgam filling, but afraid to go to just anyone. You're correct. Yes. So look up biological dentist, biological dentist, or you search for holistic dentist. So
Good advice.
they will take a lot of precaution to some take out only one at a time, one every month, to not give you a huge re-exposure when you take them out. And also during I think they have protocols to support to reduce toxicity. And you should also do some liver support, some kidney support, because and there are chelators. There are oral and other ways of taking so-called chelators. These are like a very active binders to mercury, so they carry it out of the body instead of sticking to the bones. And I have some cheap tricks like infrared light uh, that that's that helps to better blood flow. And I have some anti-aging supplements and tactic that kind of, how do you call, bolster up the cells at cellular level, and so that you are less, kind of, the cells are less tired and poisoned and malnourished from going through these detox process. Let me turn on my light. I realize it's really dark here.
It got a little dark. Hello. I love those. I love those wooden ceiling beams. They're lovely.
Yeah, yeah. I live on a farm, a hippie compound. It's
Well, I might have to come up and visit you.
oh, you'll do well. You'll love it here. I love you, for you and your husband. And you should. Well, we have 400 acres here.
Oh, wow. Okay, we'll talk later.
Well, it's not my place. I'm just a resident
Yeah,
here. That I live in a cabin, but it's a intentional community.
that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
does like migraine issues, can that possibly
mhm,
connect to the
mhm.
gut biome as well?
Yeah, great question. Great question. So one of the cases that that I often see with migraine is this permeability.
Hmm.
So um, one of the common causes, it can be high histamine. So
Mm.
so you hear histamine, you think, that's histamine
Allergy.
is, yeah, so sneezing. So histamine is something that your body creates in react to like antigen.
Hmm.
So if it detects some inflammation causing antigens, the master cell creates histamine. One of the things what histamine does is it enlarges permeability.
Mm.
So like I mentioned a little earlier, the blood-brain barrier, BBB. BBB is not like something sits in the middle of your neck. It's a bundle of like layers of vessels touch each other. They have tight control of what it should be exchanged between the body and your blood. So when someone have leaky guts, you have leaky brain too.
Hmm.
And so just imagine if this is not tightly regulated, if all the debris and large molecules get through, your brains will not be too happy about that. And other things, migraine, we should also look at anemia, should look at thyroid condition. These are all very common and very easy to be detected. Like anemia, you can get definitive. You can know by spending $25. Go order your own lab test and go to your nearest Quest or LabCorp, and you will know your red blood count. You will know your white blood count. If you have inflammation going on, if you have active, some people like have chronic UTI or I had the cases where one of my patients have chronic migraine, and her test, her actually, her white blood cell count was alleviated. White blood cell is for infection. Is fighting your immune, fighting some unknown infection, and then I sent her to do further tests to find out what is going on. So the approach. So to wrap up the answer to your question on migraine, I will explain in the class share the steps of how to troubleshoot a complex problem.
That's great.
Yeah, so the common steps are identify common stressors. Do you have, like I said, do you know the anemia? If you have anemia, how's your thyroid doing? Do you have dental amalgam? Those can cause, because mercury accumulates in thyroid gland. So that's one reason to cause a high antibody, actually. So that's an established link. You'll have Hashimoto if you have heavy metal load. And then if you have mold and look at all these common stressors. Share the step of identifying and eliminating stressor. And then second kind of share the strategy is replenish nutrition. Remove and replenish. Remove stressor and replenish because anyone who's chronically not feeling well is malnourished, and anyone has leaky guts, that there's malnutrition going on. So the three most common malnutrition I see is amino acids, meaning a protein. And the second is magnesium and minerals, and third is B vitamins. Vitamin D also, but a lot of people are kind of taking, they got educated now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are taking vitamin, which is great. I recommend D should, pretty much everyone can benefit from taking D.
So that was really great information. And if there's anything else you want to share as well, I just wanted to let everyone know that you'll be teaching a class called Tools for the Modern Healer, and that is on December 10th. And if we will be recording it, so we will have it on demand later, but please join us for the class, and we will put links up and follow us, and there'll be more information. But I thought it was great that you also just put some new information around that you don't have to be like necessarily an herbalist or far along in your holistic studies or modalities, whatever they may be. You can just, it can help you assess your own health if you're in that path right now of trying to figure out what's going on with yourself. So it's a class for anyone who's interested. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You don't have to be a herbalist or a clinician. This is a really, really accessible and practical information for anyone who's interested to know better about the root causes for our ailment, and for anyone who wants to take better control of our own health.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to say is don't be overwhelmed by information, um, because although we all are kind of under tremendous stress um, from the modern environmental factors, not just pandemic, COVID is just one of the manifestation. The
Mm.
whole environment is sick. So it's a more and more uphill battle to keep our individual health under control. But I want to give words of encouragement that it is possible, and we can heal and even thrive
Mm.
because um, because everyone is a miracle. You're a miracle. I'm a miracle. We are the body is able to be resilient. Is able to is designed to repair itself. We only have to find the right root cause, remove the
Mm.
root cause, and replenish the right nutrient. And the body never forgets how to do its job. So,
Mm.
yeah,
Well,
maybe we're,
those are beautiful wrap-up words. I really, you're a miracle.
we all are.
I love that.
We all are gods pretend to be human. We are a spark of consciousness, like going through
Yes.
this human experience. And oh boy, what a ride. So,
Gosh, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we can help each other. You can tell me, I often learn things from these classes because someone knows, I can't. There's so many rabbit holes.
Oh,
I can't not know
absolutely.
everything. Yeah, I've spent
Everyone has
thousands.
their own unique experiences and perspectives, so it's also, coming together and sharing and yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. Actually, last class at the school, there was someone's husband was a biological dentist, so he gave
Oh,
a directory. He's in Florida. And I've also at Florida Herbal Conference, I taught this, and multiple medical doctors came and just gave me information or things. So it's very gratifying for me to be sharing this information. I want you to have the tool because, yeah, I mean, as one person, I cannot help many people one on one. I need
right.
everyone to take care of ourselves and then be an example of a healthy person, body and mind, and then we can do effective work in the world, no matter what that is.
Well, I thank you for the work that you're doing, and I'm looking forward to your upcoming class, and we will talk again soon.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
we'll post links to your classes in descriptions, and if you like, please, if someone that you know could benefit from this class, please share it with them. And have a great weekend, and sending lots of green blessings out, and yeah, lots of love.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mila.
Cheng.
It's
Bye.
wonderful talking with you. Bye.